I don't know. Anyway, guys, so let's break down other side, right? I Yesterday I mentioned that other side is the POV of Jesse Pinkman after Jane passed away, right? From the overdose that Walt just let her have, right? So he was in this emotional state after that where he went a little bit he was a little bit belligerent with everything he did. Like he would go out of his way to get in harm's way, right? Like he would go out of his way to try to hurt himself. And then I guess that's where the inspo for that whole hook and poster came from, right? So up to the hook, the sound's very major. The song is like very, very positive, vibey, and it's kind of like it's longing, but it's not really desperate or sad, right?
Okay, okay. Do you ever think about me? All good, you're probably busy. Me too, can't count the blessings. There have been too many lately, right? Okay, so that's cool. That could be about another person that's just loving someone else, right? All day been smiling lately. Thankful like we cut the turkey. You got that one? Thankful because it's Thanksgiving. Ah, got him. Okay, just about his big three because I'm about to hit 30. Man, I feel James Worthy. James Worthy was a basketball player that was a three-time NBA champion. Um, let's keep going. Who has the rest? Oh, by the way, people who are saying seat벨트네, seat벨트 매고 있어요. 여, 여기 있는 것뿐이에요. 안 보여서 그래요. Yeah, I'm in the car. 어, 그 미국에서는 원래 그 시트벨트 안 매면 그, 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 please stop you, right? If you're not wearing seatbelts, like I'm kind of used to it. Okay, here we go. Um, I need before the hook, before the hook. We could break this down first though while someone's giving me the pre-hook. So sometimes I just call. I know you won't pick up. Can't ever help myself and try. That's about Jesse Pinkman. Every time after Jane passed away, what he would do is just cry himself in a corner and he would constantly just call her just to hear her voice, right? And that broke my heart. And I think that's what really stuck with me. And that was the beginning of the song. Like this was the first line that he came up with. Can I ever help myself and try? Scared you're scared alone, so every night I hope I see you on the other side. So I'm worried about how you're doing on the other side, wherever you are. And I'm scared that you're afraid alone. So I'm hoping that any moment now I could pass and see you on the other side. Because that's what he was feeling. He would he would go out of his way to put himself into harm's path. I think it was in the hopes that he would be able to die and meet her on the other side. Right? Um, why is it so dark? It's really dark outside today. It's like foggy. Okay, I think about you even in the midst of good news, and I gotta go home, pull out all the other bones from the closet, and then I see you. Okay, so sometimes this was more not so much based on the thing, but this is like, like when you have fond memories of people, and then like, or like at night, deep at night, you start thinking about things, and like you just remember things and laugh and giggle and cringe and all that stuff. That's that moment. Sometimes I think about you even in the midst of good news. Then I gotta go home, pull out all the old bones from the closet, and then I see you. So when I was talking about closet or bones, I was talking about skeletons in the closet because everyone has them. And to Jesse Pinkman, that was so tragic. Like it must have hurt so badly. So I categorized that as a skeleton in the closet, right? And they pulled out the old bones, which I thought was memorabilia. And it would be a picture because the next lines were, and you're still cheesing, and it's messing with my head because you took mine. So cheesing is a smiling, right? So if you look at the picture, Jane is still smiling, but then it's messing with me because you took my smile away. You know what I mean? So like it hurts me that you could still be in this picture smiling while I can't smile back at the picture, right? Um, okay, and then oh, Major Code, yo, bro, I miss you too, man. Let's get to work. Let's go. It goes, are you sleeping alone? Because if you are, I can meet you there, right? Once again, going back to Jesse and how he would put himself in the path of harm so that he could maybe meet her on the other side after he dies, right? Because she passed away. He doesn't feel like living anymore. I'm sleeping alone and it's killing me anyway. So the fact that he has to sleep alone without her is killing him anyway. So I might as well just go meet you on the other side right now. Uh, it kills me inside when I hate that you're gone, and when I lie in the dark alone, I die a little every time I reach out and it's cold. So that's kind of self-explanatory, right? I hate that you're gone, and when I lie in the dark alone, when he's about to sleep in the dark alone, I die a little every time I reach out, and you're not there like you used to be, and that's why it's cold, right? So that's just the whole definition of, or the whole explanation of the song. And I thought it was like pretty self-explanatory. But I guess like songs like 50 Proof are a little bit more to the point and more self-explanatory. And maybe that's something that I gotta work on. Because what they say about lyrics in Korea is that they have to hit once you hear it. Like it can't be like something that's up for interpretation. You have to be very solid. That's why in a song called Chocolate, I wrote chocolate 녹아도 맛은 같은 것처럼 널 위한 내 마음은 변하지 않아. So like that says chocolate, just like how it tastes the same when it melts, even though our love may change over time, my love for you at the core, at the taste of the chocolate is still the same. And the LA Trains already did the whole Kronos Must Die thing. Like at the beginning, I thought it was a little bit too dark. So that's, to be completely honest, I had it written out on YouTube, and I was just gonna release it, but then like I was thinking like, I don't know how people are gonna take this. Someone might take offense to this, but then I kind of just like, after having gone through what I've gone through, I've kind of figured that I should just live my life for myself and be open about myself. And people that don't accept me or have a problem with me, um, cool. Like if you can tell me something and tell me why you have a problem with me, and I can understand like, oh, like maybe I was misinformed, I was ignorant, I needed more education on that specific topic or that specific thing of why you're angry at me, then cool, we could talk it out, we could hash it out. I'm definitely open to understanding more about the world, because I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and I really, really, really would like to try my best to understand everybody as much as I can. Although I'm gonna admit there are some people that I will never understand, and that I've tried for the hell of me to understand, and just it never works out. But I feel like with those kinds of things, like I'll try. But yeah. Anyway, so I released it recently because I was just like whatever, and Cronus Must Die was the hit of that song, because everything else came out super smooth, and that song was like a literal one take. Like I was just playing the guitar and I was like, stop in this one, it's so beautiful, talk to this street lights, talk to you, and then whatever, it's like I say, I don't understand it, and then at the end I was just like, I needed that last line to hit because everything else was so common. You know what I mean? Like it's very nice. It's like a very like lit and happy and bright like kind of song, but like somber at the same time. But nothing in that song stuck. Like I needed something in the lyrics to stick when you first hear it. And if after all the happy, wish we could stay about someone just thinking, keep you in my eye. I go, Chronos must stay. You're gonna remember that, right? Because you're like, what the? Chronos must what? What must die? You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those things. And the other side too, I kind of wanted to flip it a little bit because Jesse Pinkman, like, when you lose someone that you love and you think back about them, it's not always gonna be tears and sadness. It lasts. After 10 years, after 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, it passes and eventually becomes an experience that you can look back to and think of the happy moments, right? So I was thinking, because this is something that I also learned while learning the vocals, right, from Songyumi Sam. She told me that she asked me a question one day while we were singing, and she was like, "What's more sad? Someone crying or someone smiling but shedding a tear. And I was like, damn, that's deep. I censored myself just now because that's deep. You know what I mean? Like, that's so deep. Because if you think about it, in actuality, the crying part isn't really the sad part that really hits you. It's the part where they say goodbye and where everyone has accepted that it's finally over. That's when it's like, ouch. You know what I mean? So that's why I started out with that kind of mood in the beginning, with a major mood, and then went to the minor mood where it eventually spills out everything that he's had contained inside. And that was Other Side. Guess Not was pretty. Guess Not was the song that I took the most time writing the lyrics for. Yeah, Guess Not was a very interesting trip. Like that was like the first song of the East project that I actually wrote out, and I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to sound like Post Malone a little bit, so I was using some of his phrasing and like how he would be very direct about some things like "I want you out tonight." That's something that Post Malone would say. You know what I mean? Although I'm not saying I'm like Post Malone or I'm as good as Post Malone, but I'm saying like I got inspiration from that kind of writing style, and I wanted to establish that inside of the song. But for Guess Not, I think the line that really hit for me and that I really felt like I did a good job of writing was um I keep forgetting all my lyrics. Cause I said cause I left. What was the chorus? Shoot, man. Wait, Rich Brian is my MV model on Pac-Man? What do you mean? Anyway, um, cause I said that I wouldn't, but I miss you so damn much. So that's the second part, right? Cause I said that I wouldn't, but I miss you so damn much. But the first line was I left because you were a lie and now I'm one. Something like that. I left you because you were a liar and now I'm one because I said that I wouldn't, but I miss you so damn much. Yeah.